Gentry's Power Equipment is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor needs. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local Steel and Exmark dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more, they are your local shop for high-quality equipment. They can service your equipment too, locally owned and operated. Gentry's Power Equipment is a proud supporter of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome in, everyone, to the Region 4 Single A title game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment here at Crump Harris Park as the Gordonsville Tigerettes get set to take on the Trousdale County Lady Jackets for a chance to host the Sub-State Series coming up on Friday. A busy day here at Crump Harris. Obviously, the baseball team for Gordonsville in action right now against South Pittsburgh over on the baseball field to our left. They've got a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the third over there. We'll keep you updated on that game. Goose will be out here. He'll have coverage coming from that game. They're playing a doubleheader today. And then obviously their possible if game 3 scenario if they need it. Obviously just one today on the softball diamond between two sides out of the same district and 8 single A this season. Gordonsville 3-1 against these Lady Jackets this year. A couple of wins in the district tournament last week. Both of them 8-4 victories. The Bats got absolutely hot in that district tournament series in the best of 3 series for the district championship. And they'll see what they can do today against the Lady Jackets. Lineup today for Trousdale County looks like this. Maddie Pillowicks leads it off. Madeline Wilson bats second. Maggie Linville will bat third with Caden Ray in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth is Oakley McCall. McKenna Lee will bat sixth. Batting seventh is Hunter Cothran. Batting eighth is Carly Beatty. And batting ninth is Molly Holder. First pitch in from Callie Dillard in the circle. Misses just a little bit upstairs for a ball. 1-0 here to the leadoff batter and the center fielder, Maddie Pillowicks. I'm Jacob Vincent, live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel today. We're also live on the NFHS Network. So glad to have you along. As that one misses upstairs, and it's quickly 2-0 here to Maddie Pillowicks, the leadoff batter in the lineup for Trousdale County today. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Once again, today's broadcast is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment, the Region 4 Single A title game on UCR. Winner will host the Sub-State game on Friday. Loser will go on the road and face Copper Basin or the Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts. Dillard's 2-0 pitch is on the way, and that one is a called strike on the outside corner. 2-1 now to the leadoff batter in Pillowicks. Trousdale County 18-12 on the season. They beat Clay County in the region semifinal on the road in Salina 6-0. Oakley McCall threw a no-hitter in the circle in that ball game. Clay County also had 5 errors in the field, which really hampered them. Comes the 2-1 pitch. That one swung on and missed, and it's 2-2 here to the leadoff batter in the lineup in Maddie Pillowicks. A fun day on UCR. Mentioned Goose. He's at Smith County Baseball right now, and then he'll make his way here to Gordonsville, cover the baseball team and the softball team. And we just announced we will have Warren County sports, football and basketball, girls and boys, coming up on UCR starting next season with the Warren County Sports Authority. As Noah is talking about that right now over on that live stream with the Warren County guys. It'll be a fun partnership there, and have our friends in McMinnville join us. Still a 2-2 pitch coming here for Maddie Pillowicks, who was able to foul that one off. Leadoff batter to start this game in the Region 4 Single A title game. Dillard in the circle, rocks and deals. That one slapped left side, and that is a foul ball. So Pillowicks will try it again. Still a 2-2 count here to the leadoff batter in the lineup to just underway here in this Region 4 Single A title game. Gordonsville at 22-7 on the season. They've won 4 games in a row. Obviously beating this Trousdale County team in a couple of tries, 8-4 both games. And then beating RBS on Monday night in the region semifinals, 10-0 in 4 innings. 2-2 upstairs, and the count runs full. A long AB here against Dillard as both Johnson and Roberts come in and have some words of encouragement for their pitcher in the circle. Pillowicks, the center fielder, a good amount of speed in that left-handed batter's box, and a 3-2 count on her. Dillard readies. and delivers. The payoff popped up. Foul territory will drift up and out of play over the dugout of the Tigerettes, and we remain full to the leadoff batter in the lineup. Just underway here on UCR, YouTube channel, Facebook page, and the NFHS Network. Wherever you're tuned in from, let us know where you're watching from, both Facebook and YouTube. You can comment along. You can like the stream in both spots. If you're on Facebook, make sure you hit that share button. Helps us out more than you know. I'm Jacob Vinson, riding solo today. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. That one hit left side of the infield. Johnson picks up, tosses to first, and that's the first out of the inning. A nice play by Cat Johnson at short for the Tigerettes. So one down here in this first inning. In the field for the Tigerettes today, Cat Johnson there at shortstop. Obviously Dillard in the circle. Behind the plate is Laura Thompson. The third baseman is Lakin Roberts. The second baseman is Kaylin Roberts. Over at first base is Emma Crawford. In the outfield, Mackenzie Herron is in left. The center fielder is Camry Johnson, and Maddie Kemp is in right. One out. Now Madeline Wilson will come to the plate. First pitch from Dillard. And that one misses just a hair low, and it's 1-0. Tigerettes obviously looking for a win today, but doesn't necessarily matter. The one that matters is coming up on Friday. Of course, you want to be region champs, but the important one is Friday to punch your ticket to the spring fling, which would be 5 in a row for these Tigerettes. As that one from Dillard is across for a strike, and it's now 1-1 to the second batter in the lineup, and the shortstop, Madeline Wilson. These Tigerettes mainstays in the 1A state tournament. 4 years running, 2 times winning the title. Comes the 1-1. Nice change up there by Dillard, and it's a called strike in the inside corner, 1-2. If she is able to locate that today, it is going to be tough going for the Lady Jackets at the plate. They had 12 hits against Clay County, had the 6 runs, and obviously the errors in the field for the Lady Bulldogs hampered them on Monday night. A 1-2 count here to the batter in Wilson. Dillard readies and delivers a check swing on a little elevated pitch there, and remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pillowicks worked a very long AB to lead it off, worked a full count, and then grounded out to Johnson at short to start the game off. Still a 1-2 count here. Dillard readies and delivers. That one will miss outside. The count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Madeline Wilson at the plate. Today's game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment, your Steel and Exmark dealer right on Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville. They're the presenting sponsor of all of our broadcasts this postseason. This one is swung on, sent out to right field, and that one will sail out of play. A foul ball. It was hit pretty hard by Wilson over that right field foul fence. The count still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Keep those comments coming along. Let us know where you're watching from or you're cheering for. And again, if you're on Facebook, make sure you hit that share button. You like the stream. Same thing on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube if you haven't done so already. Dillard delivers the 1-2. The changeup will dip down a little bit low, and the count now runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The breeze is blowing here at Crump Paris, as it has pretty much every game that we have done here in the postseason, at least in the first inning. It normally dies off, but this one seems like it's kind of staying up for the most part. Here comes the payoff again. This one grounded up the middle. Johnson ranges to her left. She grabs and throws a little bit high. It's going to be an E6 to start it off for the first error of the ball game in the field. Tried to rush the throw a little with the speedy Wilson running down to first. Wilson reaches base safely, and there's a 1-out base runner aboard now for the catcher in Maggie Linville. So Linville will come to the plate for the first time. After Wilson reaches on the overthrow, Dillard delivers. A bunt shown. Couldn't put it down. It's across for a strike, and it's 0-1. Good cover there by Thompson behind the plate. Was ready for a throw down to second if needed. 0-1 count here to Linville, the catcher for the Lady Jackets. Caden Ray in the on-deck circle. And the 0-1. Down Broadway for strike 2. Ray was intentionally walked quite a few times in the district tournament series last week. She belted a home run out to right field her first time up in the series, and after that they put her on first base for the most part. Here comes the 0-2. That one misses upstairs. It'll be interesting to see when she comes to the plate if there's 1 or 2 outs, or if the Tigerettes are able to get out of the inning. One ball and 2 strikes here to Linville at the plate. Dillard delivers home. Swung on and foul tipped back. We'll do it again. 3 umpires today for the Tigerettes on the softball diamond. 2 in the field, 1 behind the plate. That's what they've had all postseason long. Region title today over on the baseball diamond. It's the sectional series, best of 3 over there. They're playing 2 today against South Pittsburgh. It was a 2-1 lead for the Tigers in the bottom of the third. We'll give you a check of that coming up. That one misses for a ball. And the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Linville at the plate. Both teams between these Lady Jackets, as there's a baseball that goes into the softball diamond, time will be called. Had hot starts in the first inning in the district tournament series, that best of 3 series in the first innings, with both teams getting runs on the board in each of those 2 games in the first. Gordonsville was able to have the lead after the first inning in each of those 2 games, but did allow a couple from the Lady Jackets in both. Here is the 2-2 from Dillard. That one bounced back up the middle. Right side of the infield, gloved at second. Roberts tosses to first for the second out of the inning. An important out there. Does move the runner up to second base. And Caden Ray will come to the plate for the first time with a runner at second and 2 gone. So it'll be interesting to see, again, what they do here with Ray coming to the plate. Intentionally walked her multiple times last week in their 2 games. 2 outs in the inning here and a runner at second as the outfield will take a step back. There are just a couple of steps off the outfield fence. First pitch into Ray is a check swing. It's a foul ball, and it's 0-1. Wilson stands at second, advanced on the ground ball out by Linville. Wilson reached on the error on the grounder up the middle. Then soft contact early on from Dillard. Couple of ground ball outs to Pillowicks and Linville. Comes the 0-1. That one hit back up the middle. Right at Roberts at second base, and she makes the glove. They strand a runner in scoring position. No score as the Tigerettes come to the plate in the bottom of 1. You're watching the Region 4 Single A title game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor needs. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local Steel and Exmark dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local shop for high-quality equipment. They can service your equipment too. Locally owned and operated. Gentry's Power Equipment is a proud supporter of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Amanette's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring 152 acres in Red Boiling Springs. This property will be split into 8 tracts and offers a unique opportunity for agricultural, recreational, and investment use. You can bid on this property at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends May 14th at 10 a.m. Amanette's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
No score between the Tigerettes and the Lady Jackets as we get started here in the bottom of 1. Lineup for the Tigerettes today. Cameron Johnson leads it off, followed by Maddie Kemp in the second spot. Kat Johnson bats third with Mackenzie Heron in the cleanup spot. Laura Thompson batting fifth. Callie Dillard batting sixth. Kaylin Roberts will bat seventh. Lakin Roberts right behind her in the 8th spot. And Paisley Underwood batting ninth. She is the designated player today in the spot of Emma Crawford. Couple of score updates over on the baseball diamond. Still a 2-1 lead for the Tigers. Top of the 4th over there. South Pittsburgh at the plate in that sectional series. Copper Basin and Chattanooga School for the Liberal Arts. Copper Basin leads 6-5 in the top of the 7th with 1 out. Copper Basin is the home team in that game, in that Region 3 Single A title game. Loser of that would come on the road to the winner of this game right here. No score between these two sides, as in the circle today for Trousdale County, is McKenna Lee. That one misses for a ball, 1-0. Oakley McCall got the start against the Tigerettes last week in the 2 games. Did not fare well. Allowed 18 hits, 13 total runs across. So Lee gets the start today in the circle. McCall playing right field to start this game. Here comes the 1-0 to Johnson, and that one is across for a strike, 1-1. Tigerettes were able to strike early against McCall in the first inning last week in both of those games. We'll see if Lee is able to slow it down a little bit here against the Tigerettes. This one swung on by Johnson, flared in the middle of the infield, and that'll be caught by Wilson at short for the first out of the inning. Wilson, a good shortstop for the Lady Jackets squad, able to make that catch on the soft flare. And there's one down now for Maddie Kemp, the right fielder for the Tigerettes. Again, the winner of this game will host the loser of that Copper Basin Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts game. The loser will have to go on the road to the winner of that game. Copper Basin leading 6-5 in that one, as that one will miss downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Again, Goose will be out here in a little while. He was at Smith County first. He's going to see the end of that game. Come over here to the Gordonsville baseball field. And I'll check out the softball diamond as well. Here comes the 1-0. And that one will miss upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes now to Kemp. Gordonsville Tigers on the baseball diamond. We're leading 2-1 in the top of the 4th against South Pittsburgh. That's a best-of-3 series. They're playing the first 2 games tonight. So the Tigers will try to punch their ticket to the spring fling. This one grounded left side. Work for Wilson at short. Tries to make the throw to first. And it is in time for the second out of the inning. So a nice play by Wilson there deep in the hole at short. And there's 2 down quickly here in this bottom of the first. So Lee has already done a nice job of at least slowing down the Tigerettes at the plate early on. Whenever she came in relief in those 2 games, really pitched pretty well. Here comes Kat Johnson for the first time with 2 down and nobody on. And the first pitch into her will miss down a little bit low for a ball, 1-0. Johnson had a great season so far for these Tigerettes, trying to power them back into the spring fling next week, starting on Tuesday at the Starplex, which has been kind of like a home field for the Tigerettes these last 4 years. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Johnson as that one was across. Lee in the circle, now readies. And delivers downstairs. Johnson will step into the right-handed batter's box as we sit here in left field beyond the left field fence at Crump Paris Park. Lee will ready in the circle with a 2-1 count. This one back up the middle, driven. Johnson will send it into center field and quickly thrown back in. Johnson will make her way to first for the 2-out single. So a runner on for the Tigerettes with 2 outs here in this bottom of the first inning. First hit of the ball game for either side as Johnson rips it back up the middle. And Mackenzie Herron will now step to the plate. Mackenzie Herron's first AB here in this region title game in the cleanup spot. The left fielder for the Tigerettes. First pitch to her, downstairs, gets away from the catcher Linville. Johnson will take second base and take a turn. She's thinking about going to 3, trying to leg it out. Here comes the throw, and she is safe. Johnson able to get all the way to third base on the ball that got away from the catcher, and it's a 1-0 count to the batter in Herron. Heads up base running for Kat Johnson, committed to it and able to get ahead. So now Herron can just try to put something into the outfield to get the first run of the game across for the Tigerettes. 2 outs here in the inning in the bottom of 1. Runner at third is Johnson. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Herron, and that one will miss upstairs. It's a 2-0 count. Lee delivers. Check swing. Right side of the infield. Charging onto it is Eden at second base. Her throw is off the mark. The run will score, and the Tigerettes take a 1-0 lead. Eden rushed the throw. It'll be an error, but reaching is Herron and gets the job done. The Tigerettes have a 1-0 lead, all because of the base running from Kat Johnson there, able to advance up to third and able to score on the ground ball. So a runner back at first and 2 outs. Here comes Laura Thompson for the first time to the plate. South Pittsburgh has tied it up in the top of the fourth over on the baseball diamond. Now 2-2 between the Tigers and the Pirates over there in that sectional series. This one swung on and fouled back, 0-1 to Thompson. The Pirates still threatening over there as well, and just heard some cheers from the South Pittsburgh team. I think they just took the lead over on that baseball diamond in the top of the fourth. The 0-1 count here. So the batter and Thompson at the plate for the Tigerettes. The pitch misses down a little bit low. And the count evened up at 1 apiece. And that is the case. Now a 3-2 lead for South Pittsburgh. Top of 4 with 2 outs over the Gordonsville Tigers. They've got a runner at first. Runner at first here is Mackenzie Herron. She reached on the air after brought home the run of Kat Johnson from third base. The pitch. Grounded left side. Wilson charges on. She throws to first. It is not in time. Able to leg it out for the infield single is Laura Thompson. And there's runners at first and second. Great hustle by Thompson. The slow rolling grounder works out. The Tigerettes have runners at first and second now. Get the courtesy runner on here for Thompson, I believe. There it is. So Thompson able to reach. Herron advances to second. And here comes Callie Dillard now with a 1-0 lead and 2 outs in the inning. And so many times have we talked about the Tigerettes doing damage with 2 outs. Got runners on first and second again with 2 gone and already a run across. Guess it would help if I updated the scoreboard. Pitch from Lee will miss outside 1-0. Johnson singled up the middle. She advanced over to third on a ball that got past the catcher in Linville. And then scored on the ground ball error by Herron. Thompson gets the infield single. Now runners on first and second with 2 outs and already a run across. Callie Dillard at the plate with a 1-0 count. Lee rocks and deals. That one, a changeup is a called strike on the bottom part of the zone, 1-1. Breeze continuing to blow. According to my phone, wind gusts of about 14 miles an hour, and it is straight in from center field. Comes the 1-1 pitch. That one is hit hard out towards left field, and it is down. It's a fair ball. It's going to play 1 run. Runner will hold at second base as well as the throw comes in, and Callie Dillard finds herself an RBI single to take a 2-0 lead here in the first. Still runners on first and second after Dillard gets the job done. Herron scores from second. Thompson's runner had to hold up at second base. As left fielder got to it pretty quickly, and Coach Link will now have a visit to the mound and have a chat with his infield. As you don't want to let this one get out of hand too quickly. This is what the Tigerettes can do. Again, got the first couple of outs. A pop out and a ground out to Johnson and Kemp. Since then, a single, an error, and back-to-back singles. 3 hits allowed. That one the hardest hit ball into the outfield down the left field line by Callie Dillard. Kaylin Roberts will get ready to step to the plate now with the runners at first and second. And Lee will stay in the circle. I wouldn't imagine at some point they could make a change to McCall. But Tigerettes have shown they have timed up McCall a good amount, especially in the district tournament. 2-0 lead for Gordonsville here in the bottom of 1 with 2 outs. Both runs have come across with 2 outs. Back-to-back singles. Here comes Kaylin Roberts now with the runners at first and second. Lee will deliver, and that one misses high and away for ball 1. And for Callie Dillard on the other side, she allowed just 1 base runner, was on an error as well, and was able to work fairly clean back in the first. She faces 5, 6, and 7 coming up in the second. Helps her own cause, driving in another run. This one is hit hard out towards left center on a line and down. 1 run will score. Runner holds up at second base again. And Kaylin Roberts gets the job done with another RBI single. The Tigerettes now starting to time up Lee in the circle as well. Back-to-back RBI singles for the Gordonsville Tigerettes. They've taken a 3-0 lead Here in this Region 4 Single A title game, Thompson's runner scores from second base. Dillard's runner up 2 seconds. Kalen Roberts at first. Still 2 outs in the inning. All 3 runs have come across with 2 outs. Now at the plate is Lakin Roberts. And that first one misses for a ball, 1-0. Just been hard hit line drives down the left field line. That one into the left center gap. Back-to-back RBI singles. It's been 3 straight singles. That one misses downstairs. And it's quickly 2-0. Walker is running at second base for Dillard. She started with the RBI single. Roberts got one as well. Now Lakin Roberts looking for another. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's downstairs, and it is 3-0 to the 8th batter in the lineup here for the Tigerettes. No easy outs whatsoever. There never are for this Tigerettes team. Paisley Underwood in the on-deck circle. In the 9 spot before it flips back over to Cameron Johnson, the leadoff batter. And that one is a strike across, so a hitter's count here for Lakin Roberts. Three balls and 1 strike. Lee rocks and deals. Upstairs, ball 4, and the bases will be loaded for Paisley Underwood. 2 outs in the inning. It's the first walk of the ball game by Lee. And all kinds of traffic on the base path now as 6 straight in the lineup have reached. 4 hits, an error, and a walk. Here comes Paisley Underwood with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Already 3-0. Underwood will watch that one go by for a strike, 0-1. Trousdale County coming off the 6-0 win against Clay County in the region semifinals. Gordonsville beating RBS 10-0 in 4 innings. Here's the 0-1. That one's upstairs for a ball. In the regular season, these 2 teams split. 13-12 win for Trousdale County, 3-2 win for Gordonsville. Close games, and then Gordonsville took care of business in the district tournament, both 8-4 victories. The 1-1 swung on and missed. It's 1-2. It's the first swing and a miss we've seen in a long time against Lee. Lee trying to not have to face Cameron Johnson for the second time here in the first. She's in the on-deck circle with the bases loaded and 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch downstairs. Good layoff there by Underwood, and the count evens up. Great crowds on hand for both softball games and baseball games. There's a ton of people here for just 2 games going on right now. The 2-2 downstairs, and the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the first with the bases loaded. Paisley Underwood at the plate. McKenna Lee in the circle, and a 3-0 lead already for the Tigerettes. Lee in danger of flipping the lineup back over to the top. Here it is. Downstairs, ball 4. Another run across. Underwood does the job, and Cameron Johnson will bat for the second time here in the first inning. Coach Link is going to call for time. He's going to leave his infield where they are, and he just wants to have a chat with his battery. So Underwood walks, second straight walk. She's able to bring home the run. As Walker scores for Dillard, Roberts up to second and third. Still bases loaded and 2 outs, and Cameron Johnson will now come to the plate for the second time here in the inning as the Tigerettes will bat around in the first. 4 runs across, 7 straight in the lineup have reached. Coach Link having a pretty prolonged conversation here. With his pitcher and catcher. Four to 0 lead for the Tigerettes, searching for more with 2 outs here in the first. All 4 runs and all base runners have come with 2 outs. Cameron Johnson, Maddie Kemp have already been retired here in the inning. 7 straight since have reached. Only 1 error in the inning. There's been 4 hits and 2 walks. And here comes Cameron Johnson now for the second time, really trying to break this one open. First pitch from Lee. Outside for a ball, 1-0. And Coach Link and the Lady Jackets in a tough spot right now. Of course, they've got another pitcher in McCall. She threw a no-hitter her last time out. The last time against the Tigerettes in 2 games, she allowed 18 hits and 13 runs. The 1-0. Johnson, left side, is caught by the third baseman. That is a huge catch for the Lady Jackets on the line-out, but 4 runs come across for Gordonsville in the first. They've got a 4-0 lead here in the Region 4 Single A title game. It's presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network. Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Callie Dillard has a 4-run cushion now as we get going here in the top of the second against the Trousdale County Lady Jackets. I'm Jacob Vincent, live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel, also live on the NFHS Network today. We are so glad to have you along. A lot of people tuned in. Appreciate you. If you're live on Facebook, make sure you hit that share button if you haven't done so already. Like the stream and comment along with us. You can do those in both spots, YouTube and Facebook. Our broadcast today presented by Gentry's Power Equipment, our presenting sponsor of all of our postseason action. We've got more action coming up tomorrow. We'll be back in Lafayette as the Macon County Baseball Tigers take on the Alcoa Tornadoes at a best-of-3 series in the 3A sectional round. We'll be there for that first game tomorrow, and then hopefully we'll see the Tigerettes can hold on for victory here. We'll be back here on Friday for the sectional rounds against either Copper Basin or the Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts. And I believe Copper Basin won that game 6-5. So the Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts would be on the road. Comes the 1-0 to Oakley McCall, who leads it off here in inning number 2 for Trousdale County. They had one base runner in the first. It was Madeline Wilson who reached on an error, but then back-to-back outs for Callie Dillard in the circle for Maggie Linville and Caden Ray on a ground out and a line out. Still searching for a first Citizens Bank strikeout of the ball game. Gordonsville Tigers on the baseball diamond have tied it back up in the bottom of the fourth, now 3-3 and still threatening. They've got runners at second and third and nobody out. This one swung on and a foul ball, and it's 2-1. And as I say that, a big cheer from over on the baseball diamond. They may have just taken the lead. I'm sitting here over in left field and kind of see some of the runners running by at home plate, but there are a ton of fans around the field over at the baseball diamond. 2-1 from Dillard. Good spot, but it misses just outside, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike here to McCall. Give you an update on that Copper Basin game. Smith County beating Westmoreland 11-3 in that sectional series. They started that game at 4 o'clock. Comes the 3-1 to McCall. Sends this one in the air. Shallow right side. Roberts drifting back and will make the catch right on the edge of the infield for the first out of the inning. So 1 down and more soft contact for Dillard. Here comes McKenna Lee now. Copper Basin won that game 6-5, the final there. So loser of this game will go to Copper Basin. The winner will host the Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts on Friday in the Class 1A sectional. 1 gone in the inning here in the top of 2, and McKenna Lee is at the plate. First pitch from Dillard will miss for a ball, 1-0. 2 very different days in the circle for Dillard against this Trousdale County team. Over 140 pitches in Game 1 in that 8-4 win. Only 97 pitches in Game 2 in that 8-4 win last week. So this one is swung on, sent out to right field, and that'll be down for a base hit. It's the first hit of the ball game for Trousdale County. It comes from McKenna Lee, the pitcher on the other side for the Lady Jackets. Swung at it. It was upstairs, but was able to catch up to it and send it out to right field. So now a runner at first and one out for Hunter Cothran, the designated player for the Lady Jackets. Dillard readies and delivers. Check swing. And it misses just outside for a ball. Wind kind of shifting across the field, blowing towards first base rather than straight up from center field. But still blowing pretty good. Comes the 1-0. Swung on through, and it's 1-1. Tigerettes were able to play 4 runs in the first with 2 outs. First 2 retired fairly easily as Johnson and Kemp popped out and grounded out. The next 7 in the lineup reached. 4 of them scored. This one hit right side. Roberts dives to her knees, makes the throw, and a great play by Roberts at second base for the second out of the inning. She was so good last week against Trousdale County. Gets the out there for the second out of the inning. It does advance the runner into scoring position in Lee. But a big second out there, and here comes the left fielder in Carly Beatty. Kaylin Roberts at second, making the play again. Lakin Roberts, the third baseman for this Tigerettes team. Here's the first pitch into Beatty. And that one will miss for a ball, and it's 1-0. Dillard has not recorded the Citizens Bank strikeout just yet. But has gotten a lot of help from her defense. A lot of soft contact as well. Just the one base hit allowed to Lee. She stands at second. Comes the 1-0. Good spot, but misses outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Kelly Dillard will look for the sign from the dugout from the Tigerettes before she steps on the rubber. And now delivers. Ground ball left side. Johnson at short will glove. Her throw to first is on the money. And another runner in scoring position is stranded. The Tigerettes with a 4-0 lead will head to the bottom of 2. The Bats coming back to the plate as you watch this Region 4 Single A title game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the UCR Media Network.
Reputation is built on results. At Upper Cumberland Commercial, our client's success is our greatest portfolio. Whether you're selling for a premium or leasing to the perfect tenant, we make the market work for you. And we stay long after the deal is done, providing the expert management your investment deserves. Upper Cumberland Commercial. Process, precision, performance. Give us a call today at 931-284-9098 or visit us online at uppercumberlandcommercial.com.
At the Quality Family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise.
Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
we provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
Covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality Family. Trusted care right where life happens.
Gordonsville Tigerettes have a 4-0 lead as we get going here in the bottom of 2. Coming to the plate, 2, 3, and 4. Maddie Kemp, Kat Johnson, and Mackenzie Herron. Over on the baseball diamond, the Gordonsville Tigers have taken the lead once more. They lead 5-3, a 2-run lead now in the bottom of the 4th. Now with 2 outs in the inning, they still have runners at second and third. As they had the lead, gave it up in the top of the 4th, and able to get it right back in the bottom part of the inning. Tigerettes have a 4-0 lead here on the softball diamonds. They batted around in the first, and now have 2, 3, and 4 due up here in the second already. 4 runs across. First pitch into Kemp will miss high and outside. It's still McKenna Lee in the circle, as McCall got the couple of starts last week in the district tournament. Lee gets the start today here in the region title game, as the Lady Jackets try to find the formula to take down these Tigerettes. Not too many teams have been able to do so in the last 5 years. Obviously, it's been a little bit different in the circle with Kaylee Plumley for the last handful of years. Now it's Callie Dillard's team in the circle, but still a lot of returning talent from the last, really, 2 years' teams. That one misses, and it's quickly 2-0 here to the leadoff batter in the inning, and Kemp. Kemp, one of those newcomers in right field and at the top of the lineup here in this second spot. Lee will get the sign, step back on. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. That one swung on and fouled up and out of play. 2-1. A little bit later of a start time here for this region title game. They'd been starting at 5:30 in the district tournament and the region semifinals. Starting at 6 o'clock tonight with the 2 games over on the baseball diamond going on tonight at 5 and then right after. Trying to get the fans to see as much as possible, both on the softball diamond and baseball diamond here at Crump Paris. 2-1, check swing, it's a called strike, and it's 2-2 now to the batter and Maddie Kemp. Lee got the first couple of outs to Johnson and Kemp in the first, and then just unable to get the next down until Johnson came back to the plate. Her second time up. This one is hammered down the line, but foul as it hits the top of the Gordonsville dugout. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes here to the leadoff batter in the second. The 2-2 out towards left. Left fielder giving chase and able to make the catch for the first out of the inning. Nice catch out there by Beatty in left for the first outs, and a tough spot. Had to charge onto it close to that foul line. And there's one out here in the second for the Tigerettes. So Kat Johnson, who started in the first with a single right back up the middle. She came around to score, but it was important because she advanced over to third on a ball that got past Linville. A couple of bags, and then was plated on the error that Heron was able to reach on. First pitch to Johnson, ripped into the outfield yet again. Her second base hit of the ball game. Beatty quickly to it, gets the throw in. Johnson is 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. It sounds like the Tigers are doing some more damage over on the baseball diamond as well. So Kat Johnson becomes a 1-out base runner. Here comes Mackenzie Heron for the second time, reached on the error, and came around to score her first time up. She grounded it to second base. To Caroline Eden, who's playing second base for the Lady Jackets. Check swing, a little bit low, and it's 1-0. One ball and no strikes here to Heron. Swung on, right side. Eden work at second, goes to second. Throw to first is not in time. So they get the lead out at second base. That's a good throw and a good play there by Eden for the force out at second on the fielder's choice. So Heron aboard for the second time, but Johnson retired at second base, and there's 2 down. So smart play there by the second baseman for the Lady Jackets for the second out. Here comes Laura Thompson for the second time. It is now 8-3 over on the baseball diamond. In the bottom of the fourth, still 2 outs. The Gordonsville Tigers starting to open it up a little bit in that sectional game. Best of 3 series. They'll play 2 today. So the Tigers trying to get a win right now, and guess what? They still got Mr. Baseball finalist coming up in game number 2 on the mound. It's a 1-0 count here to Thompson. Here's the pitch downstairs. Laura Thompson reached on a single and scored, or her runner scored, I should say, back in the first. And again, all that damage came with 2 outs. There's 2 outs in the inning now here in the bottom of 2. 2-0 pitch. That's a strike across, 2-1. I'm Jacob Vincent, riding solo today, live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel, also live on the NFHS Network. Wherever you tuned in from, we appreciate you. Breeze continues to blow in from left and center field as that one will miss a little bit upstairs, and it's a hitter's count now to the catcher and Laura Thompson for the Tigerettes. Anything hitting the air is going to be held up in that wind pretty heavily. Trousdale County actually playing pretty far in the outfield. Comes the 3-1 pitch to Thompson. Sends that one up and out of play. Runner at first is Heron. Raced on the fielder's choice, and the ground ball to the right side of the infield. 2 outs in the inning. Thompson at the plate with a 3-2 count. The pitch downstairs, ball 4. And it'll be runners at first and second for the Tigerettes with 2 outs here in the second. Third walk issued by Lee. As Heron is up to second base, here comes Callie Dillard. She had the RBI single her first time up, and then her runner and Walker came around to score. So the Tigers open it up on the baseball diamond. Mentioned 8-3 over there, bottom of the 4th. Now it's 9-3 as they just continue to bring the runs across. Still 2 outs there in the bottom of the 4th over on the baseball diamond. They were down 3-2 starting that bottom half of the inning. 7 have come across in the inning. As that one from Lee is a called strike to Dillard, and it's 0-1. Runners on first and second here for the Tigerettes. 4 runs came across in the first. Looking for their first run across here in the second. See if they can't start another 2-out rally. Here is the 0-1. That one hit hard by Dillard and over the outstretched glove of Wilson into left. Left fielder quickly to it. Throw comes in. Not in time. Run scores. Now runner trying to advance to third. That gets away, but smartly backed up by Wilson. And staying on the bag at third are the Tigerettes. So now they've got runners at second and third. Another run across. It's 5-0 Gordonsville with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. So Dillard, another RBI single, advances up to second on the throw. Run scored by Heron. And Thompson's runner advances to third base in the process. So it's runners on second and third for the Tigerettes, who lead 5-0 here in the bottom of 2. And 2 outs in the inning. Here comes Kaylin Roberts. She had an RBI single her first time up. So Roberts will step in. Lee still in the circle here for Trousdale County, who's taking her time. Roberts asked for time. It's just double city over on the baseball diamond. Mason Cross just ripped a double. He stands on second base. It's now 10-3 Gordonsville over on the baseball field. Still 2 outs in the inning. They're getting a big 2-out rally there as well. They scored 8 in the 4th. Runners on second and third here for the Tigerettes, who have 1 run across in the inning. They lead 5-0 with 2 outs. Kaylin Roberts at the plate with a 1-0 count. Lee delivers home. Downstairs. Lee struggling to find the zone. She has walked 3 batters. The Tigerettes have 2 hits here in the inning as well. They were able to advance on the throw that went home from Beatty and left. 2-0 pitch in the air, center field. Moving over to it is Pillowicks, and she will make the grab for the final out of the inning. So the Tigerettes get another run across here in the second. They lead 5-0 as we are through 2 here in the Region 4 Single A title game. It's presented by Gentry's Power Equipment and the UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood, or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
We barrel into the top of the third inning here at Crump Harris Park on the softball diamond. A 5-0 lead for the Gordonsville Tigerettes here in this Region 4 Single A title game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. I'm Jacob Vincent. So glad to have you along live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel and the NFHS Network today. Tigerettes looking for their 5th trip to the spring fling. They would need a win on Friday to do so. It would help if they get the win today and able to host that game coming up on Friday. They lead 5-0 right now through a couple of innings. Callie Dillard in the circle will face 9-1 and 2. Molly Holder leads it off, followed up by Maddie Pillowicz and Madeline Wilson. Dillard has only allowed a couple of base runners on error and 1 hit to Lee. Gets a strike across there, and it's 0-1. Mention Gordonsville Tigers have opened it up over on the baseball diamond. They lead 10-3 now over on the diamond. They were down 3-2 to start the 4th inning as that one misses for a ball, and it's 1-1. They'll play 2 today, trying to get a win in game 1. And then try to win their sectional series in game 2 in that best-of-3 series. Here's the 1-1 from Dillard. Swung on and missed. Foul tip, actually, and it's 1-2. So the 4th is finally over on the baseball diamond. Through 4, it's 10-3 Gordonsville. They trailed 3-2 after the top of the 4th. 1-2 count here to the batter and Holder, the third baseman for the Lady Jackets. Trousdale County, a team that went 18-12 on the season. 1-2 pitch in the air towards right. That'll sail out of play. And we'll try the 1-2 again. Leadoff batter here in the inning for Trousdale County in this top of the 3rd. Holder takes her time before she steps back into the right-handed batter's box. Dillard readies in the circle. Rocks and delivers. That one didn't come out clean. Down low in the dirt, and the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. She'll grab a little bit of that infield dirt in the circle. Try to get a little bit better grip of the softball. And that one misses for a ball, and the count runs full here to the leadoff batter in the 3rd, and Molly Holder. No Citizens Bank strikeouts just yet for Callie Dillard. She's had a lot of soft contact. Again, one time through this Lady Jackets lineup. This is the 9 batter in the lineup before it flips back to the top. Here is the 3-2 pitch, and that is ball 4. So Holder is able to work the walk to lead it off here in the 3rd. She'll make her way down to first base. It flips the lineup back over to the top now for Maddie Pillowicz. First walk of the ball game issued by Dillard. Pillowicz, a ground-out victim, her first time up to Johnson at shortstop. Now as a runner at first and nobody out here in the 3rd. First time the leadoff batter has been aboard for Trousdale County here in the game. Infield going to be in on the left side, expecting a bunt from Pillowicz. You've got Holder at first base as well. And that one will miss just outside for a ball, and it's 1-0. Kaylin Roberts is pretty much standing on the bag at second, obviously playing that second base position, drifting over to that bag just in case the throw goes to second base. Johnson and Roberts and Lakin Roberts in at short and 3rd. Here's the 1-0. Slapped left side, foul, and the count evens up at 1 apiece. This infield has been so solid. Really, obviously, the whole team, the whole defense has been so solid so far this season. Plays such a great schedule. Battle-tested as they are every single season when they get to the postseason. Here is the 1-1. And that misses for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike here to the leadoff batter in the lineup in Pillowicz, second batter here in the 3rd. Grounded out to Johnson at shorter, first time out to lead off the game. Runner at first and nobody out for Trousdale County. Here's the pitch. That one slapped left side. Caught at third. Throw to first. In time. Double play. How about Lakin Roberts on the throw to first, and they double him up, and there's 2 down. Great play at third base. Empties the base paths, and Callie Diller can now just focus on the batter and Madeline Wilson. So a nice job by Roberts there at third. Catches the line drive, tosses to first, and a little bit too far off the bag was Holder as she tried to dive back in. 2 down now for Madeline Wilson. The base is empty. Here in the bottom, or the top of 3. Big play there by the third baseman. 5-0 lead for the Tigerettes. This one grounded right back to Dillard. She turns to first in a quick third inning for the Tigerettes in the top half. They come back to the plate with a 5-0 lead in the bottom of the third in this Region 4 Single A title game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home on 9 acres. Enjoy countryside living from your covered front porch, screened-in back porch, or fenced backyard. This home features functionality with lots of natural light. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. They also provide snow and ice removal during the cold winter months. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
It's the bottom of 3 here at Crump Harris Park on the softball diamond. A 5-0 lead for the Gordonsville Tigerettes. Live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Also live on the NFHS Network tonight. I'm Jacob Vincent. So glad to have you along. Big news from UCR today. Partnering with the Warren County Sports Authority. We'll have football and basketball, girls and boys, coming up this fall and winter. Partnering with them live on the UCR Media Networks. Coming up starting next school year. I'm so glad to have those guys joining on. Some great athletics down there in McMinnville. Gordonsville back to the plate here in the third. They've got 8, 9, and 1 due up. Lakin Roberts, Paisley Underwood, and then back to the top in Camry Johnson. 4 runs across in the first, 1 more in the second for Gordonsville. Here in this Region 4 Single A title game. Winner will host the Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts coming up on Friday. We've got a stoppage here. Maggie Linville, the catcher, is going to run into the dugout. And now she's back out behind the plate and looks to be ready to go. The loser of this game will have to go on the road to Copper Basin in the 1A sectional coming up on Friday. We will make our way to Lafayette tomorrow, Macon County and Alcoa on the baseball diamond in Lafayette for the first of that best-of-3 series. They'll play 1 tomorrow and then 2 on Saturday if needed for that Class 3A baseball sectional. As that one is across for a strike to the leadoff batter here in the third for the Tigerettes and Lakin Roberts. She has walked. She was left stranded at second base back in the first. Her second time to the plate today. Goose all over the place today. Started at Smith County. He'll be here a little bit later. That one swung on and missed. It's 0-2. A lot of action here at Crump Paris. 2 baseball games. They're in the first one right now. A 10-3 lead for the Tigers. And the 1 softball game here as well. A 5-0 lead right now for the Tigerettes. Gordonsville fans very happy at the moment here at Crump Paris. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Lakin Roberts, the third baseman who made a tremendous play at third base in that last half inning. On the line drive catch, throw to first in time to double him off. It swings right through, and McKenna Lee will find a strikeout. It's the first strikeout of the ball game for either pitcher in this one so far. So one gone. Nobody on now for Paisley Underwood, the designated player. She walked with the bases loaded her first time up. First pitch into Underwood. Popped up, and that one will sail just out of play. It's 0-1. Bottom of 3 here at Crump Paris. 5-0 lead for the Tigerettes. Once again, today's game is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Appreciate them for being the presenting sponsor of all of our postseason action. As that one is fouled off, and it's 0-2 here. So the batter in Paisley Underwood. Derek is cheering on Trousdale County. Patricia cheering on the Tigerettes. Keep those comments coming along. Eric cheering on the Tigerettes. Good mix between the two. So this one is swung on back up the middle. Underwood will put it through to center field, and Paisley Underwood will find her way aboard with a one-out single right back up the middle. Nice piece of hitting there. As the 9 batter will flip it back over to the top of the lineup now for Camry Johnson. Trousdale County Baseball and Sale Creek are playing today as well. That game is 5-4 in the top of the 7th. Sale Creek leads 5-4 with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. 1 out here in the bottom of 3, and a runner on first now for the leadoff batter in the lineup in Camry Johnson. 0 for 2 so far today with a pop out and a line out. Both of those came in the first. That one a diving attempt by Wilson off the end of the glove. Thought about trying to take third. Was Underwood smartly back into second. And it is back-to-back singles here in the inning for the Tigerettes. Here comes Maddie Kemp. Johnson rips that one through as it tips off the end of the mitt by Wilson. It was a great attempt. Just couldn't quite stay in front. So Maddie Kemp also 0 for 2 so far today. She's trying to break that streak. She is now the only batter in the lineup to have not reached yet in this game. After Johnson reaches on the single there. Runners on first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of 3. A 5-0 lead for the Tigerettes. Bunt shown, pulled back. And it misses for a ball, 1-0. Kemp a ground out and a fly out so far. Runner at second is Underwood. Johnson at first. Ton of speed on the base path right now at first and second. Tigerettes looking to tack on a few more here in the third after 4 in the first and 1 in the second. Lee still in the circle for Trousdale County, delivers. That one will miss down low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Maddie Kemp, the right fielder for the Tigerettes. Both these teams will be playing on Friday, just depends on where. Winner will host, the loser will go on the road to Copper Basin. And then they'll have a chance to punch their ticket to the Spring Fling starting next week on Tuesday. All of those games are at 4 o'clock on Tuesday at the Starplex in Murfreesboro. Lee steps back on. Here comes the 2-0. In the air right side, that'll drift over the fence and off the light pole. And it's 2-1. Kemp looks to Coach Bush in the third base coach's box before she steps back in. 2-1 count to her with runners at first and second and just 1 out here in the bottom of 3. Underwood ripped a single. Johnson ripped a single. Comes the 2-1 pitch. Grounded left side. Wilson charges on. Just gloves, flips to third and gets the out there for the lead out. It's the second out of the inning. So still runners on first and second now with 2 outs. As they're able to get Underwood on the fielder's choice. And Johnson will go up to second base, Kemp over to first. Here comes Kat Johnson to the plate for the 3rd time. She's been aboard twice, couple of singles and a run scored. And a couple of softballs will come behind home plates to replenish the home plate umpire. Johnson looking for a big swing here with the runners at first and second. Been a lot of RBI singles today for the Tigerettes. The wind dying down a little bit, but still blowing in from center field. As that one will miss upstairs to Johnson, and it's 1-0. Mentioned how it's been breezy at the start of every single game here at Crump Pairs for the last couple of weeks. It was very breezy, blowing straight in to start this one. Still blowing in, but died down pretty significantly. So that went downstairs. And it's 2 balls and no strikes here to Johnson. Shadows starting to cast over the field. Lights are on. We'll see if we get softball under the lights here at Crump Pairs tonight. That one's upstairs, and the count runs to 3 balls and no strikes on Kat Johnson. Kenzie Herron is in the on-deck circle. She's reached twice on an error and a fielder's choice. She has scored 2 runs. Johnson with a 3-0 count and 2 outs. The pitch. It's ball 4, and the bases will be loaded for Mackenzie Herron. Another walk issued by Lee in the circle. That's her 4th walk so far. Here comes Mackenzie Herron. One swing could really change this game. Already a 5-0 lead for the Tigerettes. But Herron plenty of power to send it out of here even through this wind. Lee delivers. Swung on left side. Wilson cannot glove. 1 run scores. Cosign on from second as well. 2 runs come across. It's a 2 RBI single for Mackenzie Herron and a 7-0 lead for the Tigerettes. Running hard the whole time from second and third. Bring the 2 runs across. Johnson from second. And Kemp able to score as well, as Herron is able to plate a couple. She's been aboard 3 times today, now stands at first base. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of 3, and now a 7-0 lead for the Tigerettes. Laura Thompson will step to the plate. She's been aboard twice, singled and scored in the first, walked in the second, was left stranded over at third base. Maggie Linville, the catcher, having a chat with her pitcher in the circle, and McKenna Lee. And now the field umpire will start to stride his way in to break it up. Thompson seeing if she can't keep the inning going again with 2 outs. All 7 runs have come across with 2 outs for the Tigerettes. 4 in the first, 1 in the second, and now 2 here in the third. Lee seeing if she can't get out of the inning and limit the damage. First pitch to Thompson, a good one. It's a strike 0-1. Kat Johnson stands on second, with Herron over at first after the walk, and then the 2 RBI single through the left side. There's the 0-1. Thompson golfs it out towards left field. Going to be a tough play. Left fielder over to it. Makes the catch on the run. Right in front of us here in left. 2 more runs across, though, in the bottom of 3, and it's a 7-0 lead for the Tigerettes here in this Region 4 Single A title game. You're watching it presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the UCR Media Network.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Now a 7-0 lead through 3 innings of action here at Crump Pairs Park. Gordonsville Tigerettes on top here in this Region 4 Single A title game. Copper Basin beat the Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts earlier 6-5. So Copper Basin will host that out of the Region 3. The loser of this game will go to Copper Basin. The winner of this game will host Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts coming up on Friday. We'll be in Lafayette tomorrow. Macon County taking on Alcoa. 6 o'clock start time, live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. And Cameron Hughes will be back with us producing things. So glad to have him back. He's good to go now. Missed a few games, but back in action with us coming up tomorrow in Lafayette. We'll be with them on Saturday as well for Game 2, and then the if necessary Game 3. Just one game tonight for this Region 4 game. This one is fouled off to lead it off here in this top of the fourth inning for Trousdale County. They've got 3, 4, and 5 due up in the inning. It's Maggie Linville at the plate. Linville grounded out to the right side of the infield to Roberts, her first time up. Sun begins to set. Wind still blowing out kind of across the field in towards that first base dugout. As there's a changeup, a good one from Dillard, but somehow misses for a ball, and it's 1-1. That looked pretty good. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the catcher and Maggie Linville. The 3 batter in the lineup, followed up by Caden Ray. Has a strong bat. Here's the 1-1. Grounded softly up the middle. Dillard gloves. She'll turn to first. It's a good throw, and it's the first out of the inning. She's made back-to-back putouts now in the field, and there's 1 gone here in the 4th. Caden Ray will step to the plate, lined out to Roberts at second base, her first time up. She's 0 for 1. There's only been 2 base runners for Trousdale County so far today. Make it 3. An error in the first, a single in the second, and a walk in the third. Those are the only 3 base runners so far. Now almost this middle way through the second time through the lineup. First pitch into Ray will miss inside. Sale Creek beats Trousdale County baseball tonight 5-4. The final in that one. So Sale Creek winners in Game 1 of that best of 3 as this one is swung on out towards center field. Johnson will give it a look, but it's a 1-bouncer to her. And reaching base safely will be Caden Ray with a 1 out here in the 4th. Just the second hit of the ball game surrendered by Dillard. Over on the baseball diamond here at Crump Harris, it is 10-4. Gordonsville leads, top of the 5th. Bases loaded for South Pittsburgh with 2 outs. So that game is getting a little bit wonky. Runner on first here is Ray. Now coming to the plate is Oakley McCall with 1 out. In a 5-0 game as that one is a called strike, and it's 0-1 to McCall. McCall, the normal starter for this Trousdale County team. Kenna Lee comes on normally in relief, but starts today against these Tigerettes just to try to see something different in the circle. Here's the 0-1. And that is fouled off. Catches Lee in the on-deck circle. And it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the inning, and a runner at first. To the batter, McCall. Dillard delivers. A little bit high and inside. And the count now 1-2. South Pittsburgh plates another run. It's now 10-5 over on the baseball diamond. Top of the 5th, 2 outs. So they've cut the lead in half at least. After trailing 10-3, they've gotten a couple more runs in the top of the 5th. All kinds of runs in that game. They're playing 2 today. It's the first of 2. Here is the 1-2 from Dillard. Grounded left side. Johnson on the backhand. Her throw to first is perfect. It's the second out of the inning. A nice play by Kat Johnson at short. And there's 2 outs. So McCall is retired on the ground out. Here comes McKenna Lee now with a runner at second base and 2 gone. And Dillard trying to strand the 3rd runner in scoring position today, albeit as just the 4th runner of the ball game for Trousdale County. And this one, first pitch swinging, flare to Johnson, makes the catch at short. Had to range back a little bit, but able to make the catch, and it is another runner stranded in scoring position. Tigerettes are back to the plate in the bottom of the 4th with a 7-0 lead as you watch the Region 4 Single A title game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the UCR Media Network.
Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the third or fourth level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do.
7-0 lead here in this Region 4 Single A title game for the Gordonsville Tigerettes. Coming to the plates for Gordonsville, 6, 7, and 8. Callie Dillard, Caitlin Roberts, and Lakin Roberts in the inning. And a big out over on the baseball diamond. 3-2, 2 outs. Bases loaded, and they're able to get out of the inning. Middle of the fifth, going to the bottom of the fifth over there. A 10-5 lead for the Gordonsville Tigers in that best-of-3 series sectional round. Game number 1, followed up by game number 2 today. Callie Dillard is 2 for 2 with a couple of singles and a couple of runs driven in. She leads it off here in the fourth as the Tigerettes lead 7-0. It's still McKenna Lee in the circle for Trousdale County. Winner of this game hosting the Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts coming up on Friday. Loser has to go on the road to Copper Basin. Comes the 0-1. Good change up that time. It's across for a strike. It's 0-2. Dillard drove in a run in the first, another one in the second. Her runner scored, and Walker back in the first. 4 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 2 more in the third for these Tigerettes. They're looking for 3 right here and see if they can't close it out. As this one is high in the air towards left, it's going to be caught up in the wind. The center fielder onto it, and it drops out of the glove of the second baseman, Eden, and Dillard will make her way aboard for the third time today on the E4. So Dillard reaches to open it up here in the fourth. And Kaylin Roberts will step to the plate. Runner will come on for Dillard. Nobody out, and a runner at first now for the Tigerettes. The wind definitely a factor there. That was popped way up. Wind was blowing and blew it back towards the infield. Still blowing in towards the first base dugout here from the left field fence. Michael Lindsay has made his appearance. He is here at Crump Paris. Started at Smith County. And now the softball diamond standing in that Trousdale County dugout. Bunt here by Roberts will go foul, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Kaylin Roberts at the plate has been aboard once. She drove in a run in the first, flew out to center her second time up. And the 0-1 bunt shown, misses upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner at first, nobody out here in the fourth. Tigerettes leading 7-0 in this Region 4 Single A title game. They're trying to host that Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts team on Friday. They punch their ticket to the spring fling. 1-1. Bunt offered. It was a little bit low and couldn't quite get it down. It's 1-2. Everybody has reached today at least once for the Tigerettes. Not everybody has scored just yet. These bottom 3 in the lineup are the only 3 who have not. Top 6 have. Here's the 1-2, popped up in the infield. Work for Wilson from her shortstop position, able to secure the catch for the first out of the inning. So there's 1 down on the pop out. And Lakin Roberts will have a chance now with a runner at first and 1 out. Roberts will step in. First pitch to Lakin Roberts is a good one from Lee, and it's 0-1. Dillard was able to reach on the air. Hers was a pop fly that was dropped by Eden from second base. Kalen Roberts popped out to short. Lakin Roberts now at the plate with one out and a runner at first. The 0-1. There's a strike. It's 0-2. Upstairs, runner goes, throw down to second, not in time. A stolen bag puts a runner into scoring position for the Tigerettes. Good time up there as Walker is able to get into scoring position. They miss for a ball, and it's 1-2 here. So the batter and Lakin Roberts at the plate now with a runner at second base and one out. So they were trying to get that on the bunt. Walker at second, Roberts at the plate in a 1-2 count. Lee will step back on the rubber. Here's the pitch. Downstairs, swung at, grounded third base side. The throw, no, it's going to be foul. Just in front of the bag there at third. It was gloved by the third baseman. Her first work today in Molly Holder, but in foul territory. And the count remains at 1-2 strikes. Lakin Roberts trying to at least move the runner over. And Walker at second running for Dillard. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. It's strike three in the second out of the inning. So the 9-batter now on Paisley Underwood will step to the plate. Been aboard twice. Walked to the first, singled her second time up. She's 1 for 1 today. There's a runner at second and 2 outs in the inning. And again, all 7 runs have come across with 2 outs for the Tigerettes today. 4 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 in the third. Runner in scoring position is Maddie Walker. First pitch to Underwood is driven. That'll be foul off the top of the dugout. It's 0-1. Tigerettes leading 7-0 here in this one. Tigers over on the baseball diamond, clinging to a 10-5 lead as they start the bottom of the fifth. This one in the infield right side. Eden at her second base spot makes the catch that time, and for the first time of the game, the Tigerettes are held off the board. We enter the fifth in a 7-0 ball game. It's the Region 4 Single A title game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment and the UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor needs. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local Steel and Exmark dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local shop for high-quality equipment. They can service your equipment too. Locally owned and operated. Gentry's Power Equipment is a proud supporter of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Eminette's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring 152 acres in Red Boiling Springs. This property will be split into 8 tracts and offers a unique opportunity for agricultural, recreational, and investment use. You can bid on this property at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends May 14th at 10 a.m. Eminette's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Trousdale County back to the plate here in the fifth. They've got 7, 8, 9 due up. Hunter Cothran, Carly Beatty, and Molly Holder against Callie Dillard in the circle has been very, very good today. Just 2 hits allowed, has only allowed 4 base runners, does not have a single Citizens Bank strikeout yet. She'll look for her first one here in the fifth against 7, 8, 9 in the lineup. Cothran at the plate, grounded out her first time up. She's 0 for 1. Dillard's first pitch into her. Swung on, grounder right back to Dillard. She'll turn to first, and there's one down. Quick first out here in this fifth on one pitch for Callie Dillard. Tigerettes struck for 4 in the first. They had 1 more in the second, 2 more in the third, leading 7-0. All of those runs coming with 2 outs. Top of the fifth here in this Region 4 Single A title game. Gets a strike across now to Carly Beatty. Beatty grounded out to Johnson at short, her first time up, back in the second inning. Grounded, Dillard gloves on one bounce. Her throw to first, it's the second out. 3 pitches, 2 outs. Back-to-back ground outs right back to Dillard. Gordonsville is tacked on 3 more with nobody out in the bottom of the fifth. They've got runners on second and third over on the baseball diamond. It is 13-5 in the bottom of the fifth. 7-0 here as Dillard looks to go quickly through in the fifth. First pitch swinging was Holder, fouled it back, and it's 0-1. Holder reached on a walk to open up the third inning. She was then doubled off on a line drive by Pillowicks. Couldn't get back into first in time. 2 down here with nobody on for Trousdale County. Here is the 0-1. Check swing, foul ball. It's 0-2. Dillard trying to go clean for the first time in the ball game. She has allowed she's allowed 1 base runner in each of the 4 innings so far. Those have been the only 4 base runners so far for Trousdale County. A couple of hits, an error, and a walk. An 0-2 count here to the batter and Molly Holder, the 9 spot in the lineup. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit hard, out towards right field. The right fielder back, and it is gone. Holder sends it over the right field fence. The 9 batter, a solo shot here in the top of the fifth with 2 outs. And Molly Holder gets Trousdale County on the board. Kind of looked like a check swing and sends it over the right field fence. So Holder gets the Lady Jackets on the board here on the top of the fifth. So that'll flip it back to the top of the lineup now for Maddie Pillowicks. After Molly Holder, the 9 batter in the lineup, cranks it over the right field wall. And mentioned that wind, it's kind of blowing in from left towards the first base dugout. So not necessarily hurting it there out to right, as that one was pretty close to the foul pole. Kemp gave it a look, but had no chance to make the play in right. So it's now 7-1. Pillowicks back at the plate for the 3rd time. That one misses outside from Dillard. And credit to Holder there, behind 0-2, and able to send it out of there. Pillowicks 0 for 2 so far today. Ground out and a line out. The 1-0 from Dillard. It's high and outside for a ball, 2-0. I think the Tigers are starting to tack on a few more over on the baseball diamond. Mentioned at last check it was 13-5. They had runners on second and third. With nobody else. And that is now final as they have walked it off in 5. 15-5 the winner as this one is softly rolled left side. And the throw to first not in time. Pillowicks is able to reach on the infield single. So back-to-back batters have reached now on the lineup. And here comes Madeline Wilson. So once again, the final, Gordonsville baseball team wins 15-5 in Game 1. They'll have Game 2 coming up in a little bit. Dillard with a runner at first and 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. Misses upstairs to Madeline Wilson, who steps to the plate for the 3rd time today. Reached on an error in the first, grounded out to Dillard, her 2nd time up. Trousdale County now trying to make a little bit of noise out of that dugout on the first base side with 2 outs and a run across here in the inning. Grounded softly up the middle. Johnson charges, needs a good throw, and she has it. A great throw, but wow. Safe is the call at first. That looked like a perfect throw from Johnson to get the out at first. They say safe. Time is not called. Ball gets away from Dillard, and advancing to third in the process is Pillowicks. So now it's runners on second and third as Wilson reaches. Still 7-1 and 2 outs here on the top of the fifth, but Trousdale County's got a little bit of juice. It was a good throw by Johnson. But the field umpire over there called him safe. And now Coach Bush will call time and have a chat with his infield. 7-1 game right now. Runners on second and third with 2 outs for Trousdale County, still at the plates. And again, a final. Gordonsville baseball beats South Pittsburgh 15-5 in 5 innings, as they'll have Colton Bennett throwing in game number 2. They had 18 hits against South Pittsburgh in that game. And we'll have baseball coming up tomorrow. Macon County hosting Alcoa in the 3A baseball sectional at 6 o'clock live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Coach Bush wants an explanation here because that looked like a pretty darn good throw. Looked like it beat the runner in Wilson down that first base line as well. And now they are going to bring the umpires together for a possible appeal here and see if any of the other 2 umpires had a different look at it. In real time, it looked like Johnson's throw beat the runner in Wilson. They then both advanced to second and third as the ball got away. So now all 3 umpires having a chat in the middle of the field here at Crump Paris. Once again, I'm Jacob Vincent. Michael Lindsay is out here today for UCR as well. Coverage coming to the website afterwards at UpperCumberlandReporter.com, on the social media channels, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, pretty much everywhere. It was at Smith County first. Safe is the ultimate call. And so it will be runners at second and third with 2 outs for Trousdale County. And here comes Maggie Linville, who is 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs today. Pillowicks reached on the infield single. Wilson reached on the infield single. And then advanced to second and third. As the throw got away in the middle of the field, and just some heads-up base running there. First pitch in to Linville, grounded left side. Johnson gloves. Her throw to first is good. Crawford gloves, and they are able to get out of the inning. 1 run across on the solo shot by the 9-batter in Molly Holder. Tigerettes lead 7-1 as we head to the bottom of 5 in the Region 4 Single A title game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment and the UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network. Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Seven to 1 lead for the Gordonsville Tigerettes as we get going here in the bottom of 5. Top of the lineup due up for the Tigerettes: Camry Johnson, Maddie Kemp, and Kat Johnson here in this Region 4 Single A title game. Top of the lineup due up again. It's the 4th time through the lineup for the Tigerettes today. 7 runs on the board. They have left 8 runners stranded so far in this game. Gordonsville baseball team, they won game 1 of their best-of-3 series against South Pittsburgh over on the baseball diamonds here at Crump Paris. 15-5 in 5 innings. They'll have game 2 coming up in just a little bit. Hadn't had to use Colton Bennett yet on the mound. The Mr. Baseball finalist in the 1A classification. McKenna Lee is on the circle here for Trousdale County still against Gordonsville as they now lead by 6 here in the bottom of the 5th. A couple of 8-4 victories for this Tigerettes team against Trousdale County last week in the district tournament as this one is drilled out to center, and it'll be a leadoff single on 1 pitch for Camry Johnson to lead it off here in the 5th. Johnson reaches. Here comes Maddie Kemp. Back-to-back singles now for Johnson, who is 2 for 4 today. She has scored 1 run. That came back in the 3rd. For a second straight inning, the leadoff batter is reached for the Tigerettes. All 7 runs coming with 2 outs. The solo shot for the 9-batter Molly Holder in that last inning. That one bounces away from Linville, and Johnson will move up to second base. So now a runner in scoring position for Maddie Kemp with a 1-0 count. Kemp reached on a fielder's choice her last time up. She came around to score. Grounded out and flew outs in the first and second. Wind still breezing in from center. There's the 1-0. In the air to left, and that'll sail over the Tigerettes dugout for a foul ball, and the count evens up at 1 apiece. Tigerettes trying to punch their ticket to the sectional round. They already have, trying to host it on a Friday with a win. They would host the Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts. This one will miss downs. Whoa. A called strike on a ball at the ankles. It is 2 balls and 1 strike. Callie Diller is saying, hey, I wanted that call on the other side. 1 and 2 here now to Kemp. There's the pitch from Lee. That one's upstairs. That'll even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner at second is Johnson. Camry let it off with a single back up the middle, advanced on a ball that got away from Linville behind the plate. And now a 2-2 count to Kemp. Lee delivers. Change up, dips downstairs, and the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. First base open, but Kat Johnson is in the on-deck circle for the Tigerettes in a 7-1 ball game. Tigerettes can get 4 runs on the board. They could win it here in the 5th. Here is the pitch. That is absolutely drilled right in front of the Tigerettes dugout. And it looks like it just caught the fence, fortunately. That ball was hammered. My goodness. I think it just caught one of the cinder blocks there on the Tigerettes dugout, though. It's still a full count here to Kemp. Here is the payoff. Swing and a miss. That's a big strikeout right there for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Here comes Kat Johnson to the plate. It's the 3rd strikeout for McKenna Lee in the circle. Johnson reached 3 times today. A couple of singles and a walk. She has scored a run. Camry Johnson stands at second. Kat Johnson at the plate with 1 out. Sends this one out towards right. The right fielder and center fielder giving chase. Drops in between them. The run will score from second. Johnson threw on the brakes from first. It's an RBI single and an 8-1 lead for the Tigerettes. So Kat Johnson able to get the job done. Drive home the run from second base. Camry had to hold up for just a second before finally going. And here comes Mackenzie Herron. She has reached 3 times. She has scored twice and driven in 2. Pretty good day for the cleanup batter in the lineup. Now with 1 out, has a runner at first. And already a run across. That's the first run that is scored with less than 2 outs for the Tigerettes. As Herron swings at the first one she sees and sends it up and out of play for a strike 0-1. Ball game started about 78 degrees. Since the sun has set, it has turned into a very comfortable evening. Nice breeze coming out of left center, as that's where we sit right now, right on our backs. This one is hammered down the line in left. That is a fair ball. Gets all the way into the corner. Go sign is on for Johnson, and then the brakes are thrown on at the last second as the throw comes in to third base. It'll be a double for Mackenzie Herron, and there's runners on second and third with 1 out in the inning. That ball was ripped into the corner as Herron reaches for the 4th time today here in the 5th. So now 2 runners in scoring position as Johnson is over at third, Herron at second, and here comes Laura Thompson. Get a couple of softballs to the home plate umpire as well. Live on the UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the NFHS Network today. Our broadcast is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. I'm Jacob Vincent, so glad to have you along. Leave us a comment both on YouTube and Facebook. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Make sure you hit the share button if you're watching on Facebook and like the stream on both Facebook and YouTube. Coach Link will ask for time as he'll have a chat with his infield, and it looks like we may have a change in the circle as well as McCall has come in from right field to the dugout. I think she's grabbing a face mask, and I think we're going to have a change in the circle. We are indeed. So a call to the bullpen. It's Oakley McCall in from right. Lee will go back out into the field. We'll step aside shortly as you watch the Region 4 Single A title game on the UCR Media Network.
At the Quality family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise.
Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
We provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality family. Trusted care right where life happens.
So a change in the circle for Trousdale County here in this Region 4 Single A title game. Oakley McCall started out in right field. She now comes into the circle. She is their normal starting pitcher, but she has not fared well in a couple of games here in these last couple of weeks against the Gordonsville Tigerettes. Enters this game now trailing 8-1 with one out here in the bottom of the fifth, and runners at second and third, and has to face Laura Thompson, the five-batter in the lineup. McCall in a couple of games in the district tournament last week, 18 hits, 13 total runs. Tigerettes really swung it well against McCall. Lee, the normal third baseman, goes back over there. Holder will go to the outfield. Laura Thompson at the plate with the runners at second and third and one out here in the fifth. And McCall's first pitch swung on, right side, gloved at first base. Her throw comes home, and it is safe. Nobody out and a run across. Trousdale County elected to try to get the out at home. It was not particularly close, as Johnson was able to score running on contact. So Thompson put it into play, gets the job done, but will go down as the fielder's choice. Herron up to third base in the process. Now runners on the corners, another run across, and still just one out here in the inning. And now the winning run is at first base. At the plate is Callie Dillard. Shows bunt, pulls it back. It gets away. Runner trying to score from home. It got tripped up, dives for the plate, and out from third base. Mackenzie Herron was trying to score, tripped up on her way home, and couldn't quite get to home in the process. Probably would have scored, but it's the second out of the inning. That's a big second out there for Trousdale County. Courtney Haley is the runner at second base for Laura Thompson. Two gone now, and that second one to Callie Dillard. Misses low, and it's 2-0. Dillard can still finish the game out. She could put it over the fence for the win. It's a 2-0 count here to her with a runner at second and Haley. Here's the pitch. Dillard sends it out to right field. The right fielder gives it a look and will make the catch in deep right field. So a couple more runs across for Gordonsville here in the bottom of the fifth. They lead 9-1. We head to the sixth in the Region 4 Single A title game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment, the UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood, or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine. your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Trousdale County lives to see another inning. Top of the sixth here at Crump-Harris Park. Will face Callie Dillard once more. They got a little bit of momentum there in that fifth inning with three runners reaching for the first time in an inning. It was the first time they had more than one runner reach in an inning. At the solo shot from Molly Holder and then back-to-back infield singles from Maddie Pilowicz and Madeline Wilson. They were both left stranded, though, at second and third as Maggie Linville grounded out to the left side of the infield to finish the inning. 4, 5, and 6 due up for Trousdale County here in the sixth. We will have softball under the lights here in the Region 4 Single A title game. Gain Ray leads it off, followed by Oakley McCall and McKenna Lee for the Lady Jackets. Ray singled her last time up. She's 1 for 2 so far today. 9-1 lead for the Tigerettes as they got 2 more runs across. We're threatening for more. Mackenzie Heron was trying to score on a pass ball, tripped up about halfway there and couldn't quite get to home plate in time. She was tagged out in the process. This one sawed off towards second. Roberts is right there for the catch. There's 1 pitch and 1 out here on the top of 6. Oakley McCall will now step to the plate. 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out today. Now the pitcher in the circle for Trousdale County. She came on in relief there for the last couple of batters in the inning. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. It's 0-1. Gordonsville looking for win number 23 on the season. And trying to host the 1A sectional round on Friday. As that one misses upstairs, and it's 1-1 against the Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts. They fell to Copper Basin 6-5 earlier in the Eastern Time Zone. Gordonsville baseball already got a win tonight, 15-5 in 5 innings. They've got game number 2 against South Pittsburgh in their best-of-3 series coming up in shortly. This one swung on, left side of the infield. Backhand by Johnson. The throw is not in time. Safe is the call again at first base. Been a couple of close ones. Reaching base safely there is Oakley McCall. That's been 3 of the hits so far. The infield singles on close plays, and a couple of them looked really close. Probably could have been called outs. So 1 out and a runner at first. Here comes McKenna Lee. She's 1 for 2 today. Grounder. Fouled back, and it's 0-1. Callie Dillard has been really, really good in the circle. She has not recorded a Citizens Bank strikeout yet today. Looking for her first of the day. And here 0-1 to the batter and delivers. This one swung on, grounded left side. Roberts bobbles, throws, gets the out at first base. Way to stay with it by Lakin Roberts at third for the second out of the inning. So runner moves up to second in the process. Oakley McCall to second after the ground out by Lee. Here comes Hunter Cothran, the designated player. 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs so far today. Has a runner at second base and 2 outs here in the top of the sixth. Tigerettes leading 9-1. They'll be able to have a couple of chances to finish this game out, both in the bottom of the sixth or the top of the seventh. Whichever one they prefer. Need a couple of runs across in the bottom of the sixth if they get through this top of the sixth. 1-0 here to the batter and Cothran. Jacob Vincent here with you tonight, riding solo. Michael Lindsay out here as well. Coverage coming to the website afterwards and our social media channels. There's a swing and a miss, 1-1. He also has coverage coming from Smith County's win against Westmoreland baseball in that best-of-3 series, game number 1. There is the 1-1. Grounded left side. Johnson charges on her throw. In time at first base. The Tigerettes go quickly through in the top of the sixth. They'll try to end it. Coming up in the bottom part of the inning with a 9-1 lead. They need 2 more. You're watching the Region 4 Single A title game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home on 9 acres. Enjoy countryside living from your covered front porch, screened-in back porch, or fenced backyard. This home features functionality with lots of natural light. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. They also provide snow and ice removal during the cold winter months. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Tigerettes lead 9-1 as we get going here in the bottom of 6. They've got 7, 8, 9 due up here in the inning. Caitlin Roberts, Lakin Roberts, and Paisley Underwood. The Tigerettes playing Trousdale County for the 5th time this season, trying to pick up their 4th win. They're 3-1 so far against these Lady Jackets, split in the regular season. 2 wins in their best-of-3 series in the district tournament last week. Both 8-4 victories. It's been clinical tonight. 9-1 they lead here in the bottom of the 6th. McCall is in the circle. First pitch swinging. Roberts sends it to third base. The throw to first offline. It goes into the outfield and right. Roberts will stay right there at first as the right fielder is quickly to it. And it'll be a leadoff batter aboard on the low throw. Here comes Lakin Roberts now to the plate with a runner at first and nobody out. Lakin now representing the winning run for the Tigerettes here in the bottom of the 6th. McCall in the circle in relief of McKenna Lee, who got the start for Trousdale County. Shows bunts, hits across for a strike, it's 0-1. Winner will host on Friday and play the Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts. McCall readies, and the 0-1. Bunts pushed right side, charging on the first baseman. Only play is to first. Gets the out there. Productive out there for Lakin Roberts as Kaylin Roberts moves into scoring position. Paisley Underwood now stepping to the plate. The 9 batter in the lineup. Been aboard a couple of times. Walked in the first, singled in the third. Popped out her last time up. She's got a runner at second and 1 out here in the bottom of 6. 9-1 lead for the Tigerettes here in this region title matchup. And that one almost hit her. Missed inside. It's 1-0. Underwood trying to flip it back over to the top of the lineup for Camry Johnson, who's been aboard twice now and scored a couple of runs her last 2 times up. The 1-0. Outside and high, it's 2 balls and no strikes. Still warming up over on the baseball diamond between South Pittsburgh and Gordonsville. The Tigers got a 15-5 win in 5 innings in game 1. This one swung on right side. First baseman Gloves will step on the bag and able to advance the runner up to third base. But 2 outs in the inning. So Kaylin Roberts over at third. Here comes Camry Johnson with 2 gone and a runner at third base. Johnson representing the winning run for the Tigerettes. If they were to win it here in the bottom of the 6th, of course, they could win it coming up in the 7th as well. Cameron Johnson is 2 for 4 today with a couple of runs scored. First pitch to her is a called strike. Breeze has pretty much died down. The center field flag is still blowing a little bit in from center towards that first base dugout, but not much. Here is the 0-1. That rolled in the dirt. Linville able to keep it in front. Roberts reached to open up the inning. The ground ball to the third base side. Moved over on a sack bunt to second, and then over on the ground out by Underwood to third. Here is the 1-1 to Johnson. Hit hard left side. That one gloved by Wilson, but no chance to make a play. So it drives home the run. And there's 2 outs still in the inning. Now a runner at first. That is the winning run at first base, and a 10-1 lead for the Tigerettes after the RBI infield single for Camry Johnson. Just put it in the perfect spot to bring home Kalen Roberts. So Maddie Kemp, see if she can't finish it off here for the Tigerettes, who lead by 9 in the bottom of 6 with 2 outs. Tigerettes have scored in every single inning but one so far tonight, as that one misses for a ball, and it's 1-0. Kemp has reached once back in the 4th on a fielder's choice, came around to score. Ground out, fly out, and a strikeout. The other 3 plate appearances. 1-0. Downstairs, runner goes up to second base, throw down, not in time, and the winning run is into scoring position. So Camry Johnson now just a couple of bags away from winning it here in the 6th for the Tigerettes. Check swing, misses a little bit low. And it's 3-0 to the batter now in Maddie Kemp. It's the 5th meeting between these two teams. They split in the regular season, 13-12 win for Trousdale County, 3-2 win for the Tigerettes. A couple of 8-4 victories in the district tournament for Gordonsville. Here's the pitch, and that is a called strike. It's 3-1. Kemp with the hitters count and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Winning run is at second base. McCall delivers. It's ball 4. And here comes Kat Johnson now with the runners at first and second. First walk issued by McCall. Now all the attention on Johnson at the plate, who has been aboard 4 times today. She has 3 hits, 2 runs scored, and a run driven in. First pitch to Johnson downstairs. And it's 1-0. As Camry Johnson got a pretty big secondary there as she got off the bag at second. Trying to be aggressive and see if she can't finish this one off a little early. Here's the 1-0. Johnson grounds it left side. Wilson will glove and just goes to the short throw to third and gets the out there. So the Tigerettes will have a chance to win it coming up in the top half of the 7th. The Region 4 Single A title game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the UCR Media Network.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. T-Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at tupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. T-Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Top of 7 here at Crump Paris. The Tigerettes 3 outs away from winning the Region 4 Single A title against Trousdale County and hosting the Class 1A sectional on Friday against the Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts. To try to punch their ticket to the spring fling, Callie Dillard in the circle will face 8-9-1 in the lineup. Carly Beatty, Molly Holder, and Maddie Pillowicks for Trousdale County. Beatty 0 for 2 today, a couple of ground outs against Dillard. And first pitch swinging right back to Dillard. She gloves. May have caught it on the fly. Throw it first anyways, and there's 1 out. Molly Holder hit a solo bomb her last time up. She had an 0-2 count on her. A pitch that was a little bit high and outside and just sent it out of here. It looked like a check swing and went over the right field fence. She's been aboard twice, walked in the third, and then the solo home run. There's a check swing. It's a foul ball, and it's 0-1. Gordonsville leading 10-1 here in this region title game. Trying to put the Lady Jackets to bed easily this time around. A couple of 8-4 wins. A little bit of stress in those two games in the district tournament. A lot of stress in the regular season. And some one-run games that they split. There's a strike across, and it's quickly 0-2 to Molly Holder. Maddie Pillowick's in the on-deck circle. Been aboard once for Trousdale County. That was on the slap hit her last time up. And the 0-2. Check swing, right side. That'll be a foul ball. Gordonsville trying to make it 5 in a row to get to the state tournament. With a win coming up on Friday. Obviously going to try to close this game out for some more hardware with the region title. And host yet another sectional game. Here is the 0-2 from Dillard. That one outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gordonsville baseball not yet underway against South Pittsburgh over on the baseball diamond. Still warming up over on that one for game number 2 of that best-of-3 series. The Tigers 15-5 winners in game 1 in 5 innings. Here is the 1-2. This is outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kelly Dillard does not have a single Citizens Bank strikeout yet today. A lot of groundouts, a few pop flies, a couple of lineouts, but not one strikeout yet. The 2-2, grounded, left side, Johnson charging, the throw to first. That one is going to get away from Crawford. It was a little bit up the line. Crawford could not hang on, so it'll be a runner aboard with 1 out here in the 7th. And Holder has reached for the 3rd time today. Here comes Maddie Pillowick now with a runner at first and 1 out in the top of the 7th. A 10-1 lead for Gordonsville. Coach Link will ask for time. Actually, it looks like Tigerettes will have a chat as well in the infield. Gordonsville trying to win another region title. We'll have more baseball action coming up tomorrow live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. 6 o'clock start time. Macon County and Alcoa in the 3A sectional in Lafayette. Macon County winners of the Region 4 3A tournament. Maddie Pillowick will step in for the 4th time today. Reached her last time up. She's got a runner at first and 1 out here in the top of the 7th. And Dillard is across for a strike, 0-1. Dillard has allowed a base runner in every single inning so far. Only one has come across that was on the solo shot by Molly Holder in the 5th. There's a check swing, and they say she went. It's 0-2. That's kind of where the slap hit can get you into some trouble. So Dillard trying to find the 2nd out of the inning with the leadoff batter at the plate in Pillowick. The 0-2 pitch. Outside. Good spot for it. Couldn't get the chase, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. You see Johnson and Roberts over there kind of moving around, making sure they're ready for anything off the bat of Pillowick. Dillard readies. Here is the 1-2. Gets away from Thompson behind the plate, and taking 2nd in the process will be Holder. Now a 2 ball, 2 strike count to Pillowick. Tigerettes leading by 9 in the 7th with 1 out. And a 2-2 counts to The leadoff batter in the lineup, and Matty Pillowicz, the center fielder for Trousdale County. Dillard rocks and deals. In the air, left side, Johnson giving chase, makes the catch from a shortstop position for the second out of the inning. Nice play there by Short. There's 2 down. The Tigerettes 1 out away from another region title. It'll be Madeline Wilson coming to the plate, representing the final chance for Trousdale County to extend the game. First pitch she sees to Roberts at third. Roberts throw to first is good. And the Gordonsville Tigerettes, once again, region champions with a 10-1 win. Gordonsville wins another region title, and they will host the Class 1A sectional coming up on Friday against the Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts. Nice play by Lakin Roberts at third base to record the final out, and another big win. Once again, the final score 10-1 as the Gordonsville Tigerettes win their 23rd game of the season. They improve to 23-7 on the year and will host another sectional round coming up on Friday. Game time to be determined. Coming up on Friday, we'll be here for the broadcast live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. The Tigerettes tonight, 10 runs on 14 hits. They did have 2 errors in the field. Callie Dillard was great in the circle. She went all 7 innings, allowed just 6 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 1 walk, 0 Citizens Bank strikeouts. However, she threw 61 strikes on 94 pitches. At the plate, a couple of really nice days. Camry Johnson goes 3 for 5 with a couple of runs scored and a run batted in. Kat Johnson 3 for 4 with a couple of runs scored and 1 run batted in. Mackenzie Heron 2 for 4 at the plate with 2 runs driven in and 2 runs scored. Callie Dillard goes 3 for 4 with 2 runs driven in as well. For the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game, I'll go with Callie Dillard. 3 for 4 day at the plate with 2 runs driven in and a great day in the circle as well. As the Gordonsville Tigerettes get the 10-1 victory in the Region 4 Single A title game, they take down Trousdale County for the 4th time this season. Trousdale County now 18-13 on the season. Will have a chance to punch their ticket to the Single A state tournament against Copper Basin coming up on Friday. For Gordonsville, they will play the Chattanooga School of Liberal Arts on Friday here at Crump Paris. We'll be here for that broadcast. Once again, Goose was out covering Smith County. He was out here at the softball diamond. He'll be over for game number 2 of the Gordonsville baseball team as they try to secure their spot in the 1A state tournament starting next week as well. That's going to do it for us here on the broadcast as the Tigerettes victorious 10-1. Our broadcast today presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. I'm Jacob Vinson saying so long from Crump Paris.